And why don't I just do it the passive way, like we all rest back, take it easy, and we just read all the platform planks of all of the individual candidates. On the National Leadership Briefing, we teach a different way of doing things, and that is that we are now in a negotiation phase. Hi, Doug Sharp here, host of the National Leadership Briefing, and this is the Midweek Touchpoint. Well, we are getting closer and closer to the time when ballots are going to be arriving in the mail for those of you who chose to acquire additional authority as a member of a political party. And what I mean by that is that you made the decision to purchase a membership within the Conservative Party of Canada so that you would have the authority to cast a ballot for who will become the next leader of that party. Well, those ballots, when they arrive, we want to make sure that we're prepared as individual citizens to make an informed choice as to which person best represents our views and values. And with the period of time that we're in right now is in the preparation stage of preparing to receive those ballots. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, is to make sure that we are all doing everything we can to prepare to receive those ballots. Now, what does that look like? First of all, that means that we want to learn to get to know the candidates. First of all, we want to make sure that we're familiar with what it is that they're offering. And that's usually the extent of what anyone will tell you you need to do in this period of time before the ballots arrive. However, on the National Leadership Briefing, we teach a different way of doing things, and that is that we are now in a negotiation phase of the process as well. And that means that as individual citizens, we have the authority with our party memberships to actually negotiate with candidates as to what it is that we would like to see from them if they want to earn our support. And what I mean by that, of course, is if they want us to vote for them, they're going to have to make commitment statements to us about the things that are important to us. So this is what I'd like you to do is in the post notes, the notes below this video today, we're going to make sure, first of all, that you have the links to all of the party websites, the individual candidate websites that are running within this the party election. Want to make sure you know how to find the information at your fingertips for each of the candidates. However, I also want you to reach out and touch the candidates and communicate with them and let them know these very important things. First of all, let them know by contacting their campaigns with the information we're providing, let them know that you have a party membership and that you will be receiving a ballot in the mail. Also let them know that you wanted to communicate to them what it is that you're looking for in a candidate. And of course, being on the National Leadership Briefing, I hope we're all on the same page here, that we're looking for a candidate that will stand in defense of a parent's right to raise their children the way that they want. Without government interference, we want parents to be free to raise their children in the same faith tradition that they were raised in. And we want our children to be left alone by civil government, and so that we can do all of the training ourselves. Now, the other thing that it's really important to us in our community is that we have our right of belief protected and the freedom to exercise that belief within our own individual religion. So freedom of religion and right of belief is important. So you're looking for what it is that the candidates, the individual candidates, can do to demonstrate that they're committed to standing up and defending your individual right of belief and freedom of religion. We also are looking for commitment statements from individual candidates that demonstrate their prioritization of protecting vulnerable citizens within our community. Now, there's a lot of things that are coming at our citizens right now, the vulnerable in our communities. We have conversations going on right now about expanding euthanasia laws. We have conversations going on right now about our abortion laws or lack of abortion laws in Canada. We have also lots of conversations going on right now about individual legislation that's possibly coming down the pipe, like the decriminalization of prostitution. You can identify where you feel citizens are at risk and ask the candidate to tell you what they're willing to commit to ensure that that individual vulnerable people group is going to be protected within within your community. And also, as we learned last week, finally, on the other thing you want to bring up with your candidate is some suggestions that came from Franco Terrazzano of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. And that is, hey, how about that budget? Are you going to balance the budget? How are you going to balance the budget? When are you going to balance the budget? What is your plan to lift that burden of debt off of the backs of our children and future generations? And if we reach out, all of us as individual party members and citizens who possess this political party membership authority and ask these kinds of questions, then the candidates will quickly discover that this is a priority for Canadians and something that they need to address as part of their party platforms. Now, you could just say, Doug, that's an awful lot of work. And why don't I just do it the passive way, like we all rest back, take it easy, and we just read all the platform planks of all of the individual candidates and take a shot at picking the best of all of them as they exist. No, I think that that's definitely one way of doing it, but I'd rather you did it our way. And that is to make sure that we're steering the conversation and securing commitments from candidates on the issues that they aren't discussing. Have you seen any of the candidates, for example, brought up any of the candidates brought up any issue related to euthanasia and the expansion of euthanasia laws? Well, if you haven't, then let's make that a part of the conversation. If candidates aren't willing to stand up in defense of parental rights, we need to press hard and let them know that that is an issue for us. So this is our way of contributing and participating in the process. And we believe that if all of us come together and exercise our individual citizen and political party membership authority, we can steer the conversation moving forward in this campaign. Now, we're still going to get that ballot in the mail, and we're all going to cast a ballot down the road, but let's use this valuable time until we do to get in touch with the candidates and share our views and values with them. I hope that's helpful this week. We're going to leave it there. And until next week, when we follow up and give you a little bit more information that you can act on in your local communities and in your local, with your local party membership, we'll see you then. But until then, God bless you. God bless your family. And may God continue to bless this great nation of Canada. Bye for now.